Especially hidden abilities and weaknesses are most obvious. If someone doesn't know, even the current Nagato wouldn't be able to withstand if Hiden got his blood. Hiden can complete the blood ritual of the Death Master and can stab the heart at will as if it were a game. Not to mention that Nagato is now skinny and low on health. He would have to kneel even if he was in his prime. But if you know Hiden ability, it is still easy to defeat him. The immortal body does not mean true immortality. In Leon's opinion, even if he used fire jutsu that couldn't kill people, he could slowly burn Hiden into ashes. Kakazu's weakness is not obvious, but the information that he has 5 hearts and 5 lives is also very important. For those who don't know him, it would be difficult to kill him even once. Even if they kill him 2 or 3 times and find that he is still not dead, would they suspect that this person is simply unkillable? Oh. Okay, leave it to me. Yamato felt that he was arranged by the Hokage to seal the enemy. Would release Kyo and Ryu with hands lowered. Soon, the unconscious Kakazo was also sealed by would release. How to say it, Kakazo has extremely strong combat experience, but his strength is not very strong, barely reaching the cage level. His strength ranking in the Akatsuki organization is very low. This so-called immortal duo is not only the weakest individually, but also the weakest combination. In Leon's opinion, during this period of time, the person with the highest individual strength ranking in the Akatsuki organization was Nagato. The next is Akaiichi, but even if he really fights hard, Leon is not sure whether Nagato can kill Akaiichi. But if Akaiichi knew Nagato detailed information, Leon felt that Nagato would be killed by Akaiichi. The second is Akaiobito. Why is he stronger than Hoshigaki Kisame? Because Hoshigaki Kisame resistance to illusion is a little poor. Don't doubt Akaiichi combat IQ. He always gives people the feeling that he has a lot of hidden cards and can still make a comeback. The next is Hoshigaki Kisame, followed by Konan, Deidara, Scorpion, Kakazo, and Hiden. Beiju is not a combatant, he is mainly a scout. Black Zetsu's own combat ability is actually not that strong, but it knows yin-yang escape techniques and some secret techniques, and its auxiliary abilities are mainly good. His direct combat ability is not strong, and he was able to successfully launch 2 sneak attacks because Akaya Madara and Akaiobito were not prepared for him. The ninja world is a world where attacks are strong but defenses are fragile. This mission is really easy with you here. Your Zidayan is getting even more powerful. Kakashi put away the eye mask he had just pulled up. Ninjutsu, psychic summoning technique. Yin-Yu is channeled by Leon. Come on up. 2 seniors. Go back earlier and take on other tasks. Leon finished speaking and appeared on Yin-Yu back with a jump. Kakashi jumped up as well. Yamato came up with Kakazo and hidden limbs, torsos and heads. This time, because it was closer to Konoha village, Yin-Yu arrived in Konoha in just over an hour. Obito, Kakazo, and Hiden were captured by Konoha ninjas. Kakashi was involved in the capture this time, and the wood release ninja named Tenzu is also involved. When Leon and the others returned to Konoha, White Zetsu passed the information about Kakazo and the others to Black and White Zetsu. It was Kakashi who defeated Kakazo as his strength increased so much. Akaiobito was in an underground cave in the Hidden Mist village, looking at Black Zetsu with some surprise. It wasn't Kakashi who caught him, it was a boy named Leon who caught him. Black Zetsu then told Leon in detail about the capture of Hiden and Kakazo battle intelligence. Black Zetsu always felt that this person named Leon would destroy his nearly 1,000 years of layout. Leon Obito had never heard of this name, but it was okay since he could easily defeat Hiden. Even the corner was taken down by him easily. Even if he took action himself, it would be impossible for him to defeat Kakazo easily. White Zetsu asked me if I should pass the news to Nagato right now, just as Akaiobito was thinking. Black Zetsu spoke again. Tell Nagato the truth. I have something to do and need to go out first. A vortex appeared, and the next moment Akaiobito disappeared on the spot. Is Obito going to meet Leon? Is he planning to test his background? Kuro would never care about Obito affairs. Anyway, with Kamui around, he was not worried about Obito's safety at all. There may be people in this world who can defeat Obito, but there is no one who can catch Obito. The next moment he and White Zetsu sank into the ground together. Nagato, Zetsu brought news about Hidan and Kakazu. They were both captured alive by Konoha young ninjas, in a tall tower made of steel and a dark room. Conan looked at the skinny and exhausted Nagato. I was very worried, but I didn't forget the purpose of coming here. Which ninjas in Konoha did this? Nagato knew all the masters of Konoha, but he couldn't think of who was capable of capturing Kakazu alive. As for Hidan, he didn't think much about it. As long as they knew hidden weaknesses, there were too many people in Konoha who could capture him alive. It was a 12-year-old boy named Leon, along with Hotake Kakashi and the wood-release ninja Tenzu, now known as Yamato. They have a copy of the information on Konoha more famous ninjas. They also paid attention to this wood-release ninja named Tenzo. After all, this person possessed the wood-release bloodline of the first Hokage. Although his wood-release performance was somewhat disappointing, but because of wood-release fame, they still paid attention to it. Notify Deidara and Sasori and tell them not to appear in the Land of Fire during this period of time. Also notify Ichi and Kisame and have them leave the Land of Fire as soon as possible. Their Akatsuki organization is still in the stage of gathering strength and requires a large amount of money and cannot afford to suffer any more losses. Brother Scorpion, the leader sent a message asking us not to go to the Fire Nation unless necessary. Another piece of news. Hidan and Kakazu were captured by Konoha ninjas. Ha ha ha. They are really careless enough. At this moment, Deidara and Scorpion of the Red Sand are carrying out a mission in the territory of the Land of Lightning. No, Sasori was not at all interested in the fact that Hidan and Kakazu were captured by Konoha ninjas. He was also not interested in the life or death of these two people. Seeing that Scorpion had no interest in this matter, Deidara stopped talking. In the Land of Fire, in a desolate wilderness, Hoshigaki Kisame was carrying a man on his sword Samada. This man has been knocked unconscious by Kisame. At this moment, Kaiichi and Hoshigaki Kisame, like Kakazu, accepted the task of exchanging gold. The purpose is simple, which is to make money for Akatsuki organization. Mr. Ichi, the leader has sent a message for us to leave the Land of Fire. Also, Hidan and Kakazu were captured alive by Konoha young ninjas. As expected of Konoha village, which is full of geniuses, genius ninjas appear one after another. And this young Konoha ninja is only 12 years old. Kisame took a look at Akaiichi, who was sitting on a rock and looking into the distance with a thoughtful look on his face. Let go. The mission in the Fire Nation has been completed. Let leave the Fire Nation, as the leader said. Kaiichi stood up and walked away. Kisame carried the mission target and followed Kaiichi, chatting with him casually. At the gate of Konoha, Yingyi landed. When Leon and the other two left, it disappeared with a bang. At the gate of Konoha, there is still a duo of gate gods. After the three of them passed the inspection, they headed straight to the Hokage office. Well, if it were other ninjas, they generally wouldn't bring prisoners into the Hokage office. But the mission target this time was a little special, so Leon and the other three brought Hidan and Kakazu with them. Anyway, last time Leon also brought Oda Inheim to the Hokage office. The above is the course of action for our mission. That right, Kakashi should be the one to report the mission. Although Leon was the main force of this mission and he was the one who accepted the mission, Kakashi's position was higher than his. Under normal circumstances, Kakashi could also assign Leon missions. Shizune, take Yamato with you and send Hidan and Kakazu to the interrogation department and the sealing department. Be sure to torture them to get the information out of them. After hearing what Kakashi said, Tsunade looked at Leon in shock. From the information Kakashi told me, these characters are all ninjas from my grandfather era. Although he is quite strong, he is suppressed by Leon. How strong is Leon? Has he surpassed his teacher when he was young? Leon, you completed this mission very well. I will record an S-level mission for you. What else do you want? Tsunade thought about it and felt that the mission was completed in excess, which made her very satisfied. so she planned to give Leon some benefits. I want to learn some sealing ninjutsu. Leon won't push away the benefits if they are available. That no problem, you can go back first. I will have someone send the sealing ninjutsu scroll to your house later. Kakashi, I am giving you a mission. Secretly protect the information about Hiden and Kakazu from being exposed. Tsunade thought of what Kakashi had said just now, that the man named Hiden seemed to have the ability to be immortal. Leon stopped listening to Tsunade and Kakashi conversation. Today mission went smoothly and it didn't take much time to find Hiden and Kakazu, because these two people are so skilled and bold. They have no intention of avoiding being discovered by the people of Konoha. So Leon left at around 8 in the morning and it only 10:30 now. Taking advantage of the plenty of time today, Leon found Matsushita Ikaya and Murakami Keiko again. After an entire afternoon of training, Leon let Yae and Keiko go until they were exhausted. How is it? Do you feel that your strength has improved a little? Are you more proficient in physical skills? Looking at the two people sitting on the ground, Leon smiled with a very steady breath. The two didn't want to talk or answer. Okay, stop looking so sad. I will take you two to eat hot pot. It is now around 6 o'clock in the afternoon, which is just time for dinner. Speaking of which, the three of them didn't eat lunch. Leon was fine as his physical energy consumption was negligible, but Yae and Keiko were in a bit of a pickle. They were now tired, hungry, and aching all over. Great, I want to eat beef and mutton. I want to eat as much as I can. The average per capita consumption at Leon Hot Pot restaurant is still very high. Although Yae likes to eat it very much, his income is not enough to support him to eat it often. On the way back, the three of them happened to meet Sasuke, who had just returned from training. Sasuke, did you just finish training? Sasuke was walking on the road when he heard someone calling him, and it was Leon's voice, so he turned around and looked over. Well, I just got back from training and was about to go home. Don't go back yet. We just happened to meet. Come eat hot pot with us. It better to go to my hot pot restaurant than to eat outside. Yae and Huizi might not be willing to go to a hot pot restaurant for a meal until 10 days or half a month. But Sasuke is different. If he wants, he can eat 3 meals a day at the hot pot restaurant. The young head of the Uchiha clan, in addition to owning a portion of the family inheritance, also has his own personal property. This was when his parents were still alive, and they would give him a lot of money every birthday. There is also a small portion of the Uchiha clan assets, which have not been fully recovered. In general, he is a wealthy young patriarch. To put it bluntly, Leon is not as rich as Sasuke at the moment. Good eating Leon Hot Pot can help you quickly recover from a tired body. Many people now know about this. Sasuke also often eats hot pot here. The 4 of them ate at the hot pot restaurant for more than an hour before they finished. This time it was Leon who treated them, so the 3 of them didn't have to pay. Sasuke, you can train with us tomorrow. After Yae learned that Sasuke was training alone in the back mountain, he thought that they still had to train at the 6th training ground tomorrow. It would be better to let Sasuke come and train with them. One more person can help them share Leon attention. Try to get Leon to beat them up less. You just came back from training too. Could it be that Leon is training you too? After hearing what Yae said and looking at their situation, Sasuke guessed that it was Leon who was training with them. Thinking of this, Sasuke's eyes lit up. Yes, Leon is training us. You can come here to attract firepower. No. You can train together and have a companion. Yi was so excited that he spoke out what was in his heart. But Sasuke didn't care. As long as training could improve his strength, he was willing to get beaten up. Okay, I will wait for you at the 6th training ground tomorrow morning. I am going back first. Sasuke said hello to the 3 people and left the hot pot restaurant. Sasuke, tomorrow morning at 8. When Sasuke was about to leave the hot pot restaurant, Yae reminded him. Okay, I have to go back too. Yae, if you want to continue eating, please feel free to do so. Leon stood up and patted Yae's shoulder, nodded to Keiko and turned to leave. Come out, you have been following me all afternoon. After leaving the hot pot restaurant, Leon did not go home immediately, but came to the river area near his home. As expected of Konoha talented young ninja, He was able to detect my presence. A vortex wave appeared, and the next moment a man wearing a spiral mask and Akatsuki clothes appeared. Young man, your strength has been recognized by me. I sincerely invite you to join my organization. The man in the vortex mask looked at the boy in front of him and found that he was indeed very powerful, even more powerful than Kakashi of the same age. A crappy village like Konoha doesn't deserve an ninja more talented than Kakashi. It a good opportunity to meet Leon in this mountain city, and take Huden and Kakazu with me. Before following Leon, he went to meet with Huden and Kakazu, both of whom were in the torture club. Many have been sealed, but not killed yet. He planned to contact Leon first, and then take Huden and Kakazu away. In his mind, he would never expose his ability to save his life to others, even if the person is a member of his organization. When you say join, do you mean join the Akatsuki organization Uchiha Madara, or should I call you Uchiha Obito again? Leon will not take the initiative to look for certain people unless it is a mission issued by Konoha. But if these people appear in front of him, he will not let them go. Just like Danzo Shimura before, he would definitely kill him if he met him, but he would not deliberately look for him. For example, like Uchiha Obito now, it would not be an exaggeration to kill this bastard 1,000 times. What a bullshit divine power that can't hide tears. All I see is Len. Uchiha Obito is a complete beast and trash who can't tell right from wrong. Leon usually doesn't curse, except when he meets Uchiha Obito. He doesn't care that Uchiha Obito is dead, because the infinite Tsukimi plan will be difficult to implement. Difficult, then don't do it. Leon doesn't care whether there will be a fourth ninja world war in the future or whether Uchiha Madara will appear. Will it make Black Zetsu unable to rescue his mother Kaguya Otsutsuki? The second Hokage was right when he said that the Uchiha clan was a clan that was born evil. This sentence is particularly suitable for Uchiha Obito. Leon also hates Uchiha Shisui and Uchiha Ichi. But in principle these two can be whitewashed, especially Uchiha Shisui. There is no need to whitewash him. Uchiha Ichi did it for the village and Sasuke, or to be more precise, for Sasuke. If he meets Uchiha Ichi, he will also kill him, but he will not curse him in his heart. Who are you? When he heard Leon say the name Uchiha Obito, the man in the whirlpool mask immediately released a strong murderous intent. Only a few people know his true identity. Among those who knew his identity, there was definitely no one named Leon. Uchiha Obito suspected that the information Black Zetsu gave him about Leon was wrong. But none of this matters anymore. What matters is that he will continue to use the identity of Uchiha Madara for a long time. It cannot be exposed now. Otherwise many things in the future will be out of control, making many things more difficult. So Leon in the mountain city in front of him must die. I don't care how you know my identity. We could have gotten along well. Now there's no need for you to be alive. Divine power. Storm dance technique. Uchiha Obito quickly formed hand seals and used the strongest fire ninjutsu he created. This is a form of rotating flame snake formed by using the power of Kami space, combined with fire ninjutsu, and utilizing the distortion of space. This ninjutsu is, in principle, a combination task and is much more powerful than a single fire-style ninjutsu. Spatial confinement. The battle was over before it even began. All I can say is that Uchiha Obito met Leon who completely restrained him. His divine power can make him invincible, but Leon's spatial ability can confine space. At this moment, Uchiha Obito just stood there in shock, even though he had already used half of the Kami storm dance technique. Part of the fire snake has already come out, but is trapped in midair. Leon didn't care about Uchiha Obito's shocked and horrified look. He instantly came in front of Uchiha Obito, took off his Uzumaki mask, and covered his eyes. One Mangekyo Sharingan and one triple Magatama Sharingan. The next moment, the two eyes entered the warehouse of Happy Farm Space. What better place to preserve than here? What it looks like when you put it in is what it looks like when you take it out. The next moment, Leon used fire style to burn Uchiha Obito to ashes. Haha, this Uchiha Obito isn't that hard to kill. Leon wasn't in the habit of talking nonsense to his enemies. If I could just kill him directly, I wouldn't waste any words. Ouch. What a waste of an S-rank mission. Leon was about to go home, and just after taking 2 steps, he remembered that Takaya was also a member of the Akatsuki organization. If it is handed over to Tsunade, she can also be given an S-level mission. After all, Akaya personally pulled the 9 tails out of Uzumaki Kashi's body, indirectly killing the 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze and his wife. It also caused the 9-tailed fox to wreak havoc in Konoha village, killing many people. Then Leon felt relieved. After all, an S-level mission would only take a little more time. If he is handed over to Akaya, and Black Zetsu finds a way to get him away, then it would be a waste of capture. It would be better to kill him. Leon would never admit that he hated Akaya and never thought of giving him a chance to live. On the way home, Leon was thinking that it seemed that there was no use for him to keep this Mangekyo Sharingan. Could it be given to Kakashi so that he could possess double Kamui that would drain Kakashi's chakra and he wouldn't even have to fight the enemy? The moment the blindfold was taken off, he knelt on the spot. But if Kakashi is not given the job, only Sasuke is suitable. However, giving him a Mangekyo Sharingan is equivalent to restricting Sasuke development. In fact, Kakashi can use double Kamui if Leon wants. If you want Kakashi to use double Kamui, you have to give him the chakra fruit. It doesn't need to be too much, just increase Kakashi's chakra by 10 or 8 cards. The 3 Magatama Sharingan is also enough for his daily use. If you want to use the double Kamui or drive a Gundam, you probably need at least 40 or 50 cards. And you won't be able to use the Gundam and the double Kamui. But Leon would not consider such a thing until he himself became invincible. Just when Leon killed Akaya, Kakashi, who was secretly protecting in the torture department, suddenly felt a pain in his left eye. The pain disappeared in less than a second. Obito, how are you doing in the Pure Land? Have you seen Rin? Kakashi was in a trance for a moment, and then continued to secretly protect the safety of the place. Kakashi knew that the Hokage asked him to come here to prevent Danzo Shimura from interfering here. In the entire Konoha, only Danzo Shimura would secretly trip up the Hokage. When Leon returned to the doorstep, there was already an Anbu waiting for him. Leon, this is the sealing ninjutsu scroll that the Hokage-sama asked me to give you. The item was handed to Leon, and the Anbu disappeared instantly. Leon opened the scroll and saw that it contained 3 sealing jutsu. 1. 5 elements seal. 2. 4 symbols seal. 3. A seal to seal evil. 3 A-level sealing ninjutsu. With these 3 powerful sealing jutsu, Leon can seal the enemy himself next time he captures someone. In fact, he can use Ice Escape ninjutsu to freeze the enemy, but it is not as reliable as these real sealing ninjutsu. Encased in ice, it's easy to suffocate an enemy to death. 3 hours later, Leon had completely mastered these 3 A-level sealing ninjutsu. After learning the sealing ninjutsu, the scroll was thrown by Leon into the Happy Farm space cabin. Leon thinks that the more valuable items are basically placed here. When Leon finished everything and went to sleep peacefully, Black Zetsu, who was far away in the water country, received news from White Zetsu. Damn it, Akaya is such an idiot. He just died on his own, and now he has directly disrupted my plan. Damn Leon, he only 12 years old, but he was able to kill Akaya without any pressure. No, I need to reformulate the Moon Eye plan. There's no point in staying in the Water Kingdom without Obito. Originally, during this period, under his instigation, Obito planned to kill the 4th Mizukage because his usefulness is almost over, and when he dies, the 3 tails will also die. 3 years later, the dead Sanwai will be resurrected again. By the time, their Akatsuki organization had almost completed its early accumulation and could start capturing the 3 tails in the wild. Black Zetsu left, and the 4th Mizukage, who lost the control of Akaya illusion, woke up that night. After waking up, the 4th Mizukage immediately notified the village leaders. In fact, he had been tortured to death by Obito over the years. Lord Mizukage, the high-ranking officials you invited are here and are waiting outside. Let them in. After obtaining the consent of the Mizukage, the senior executives, led by the master, entered the Mizukage office one after another. The meeting in Mizukage office lasted for several hours until the next morning. People discovered that the fourth Mizukage of their hidden mist village had passed away. The new fifth-generation Mizukage is Midorimi, who possesses 2 bloodline limits. At the same time, the new Three Tails Jinchuriki was also protected by the top leaders of the Hidden Mist Village. Leon had no idea what was happening in the Hidden Mist Village far away in the Land of Water. The next morning, I got up and had breakfast. Leon arrived at the 6th training ground before 8 o'clock. Leon, you are here. Are you still training in Taijutsu today? The 6th training ground is home to everyone except Takaya, Sasuke and Keiko. In fact, there are other ninjas training here. These people train on their own and generally do not affect others. Let's change the training method today. Kazuha and Keiko, the two of you will fight Sasuke. I will give you targeted instructions based on your battles. How should I put it? Leon actually just didn't want to go down and fight with Yae and Keiko himself. The truth is that the two of them are like newborn babies in front of Leon. The gap between them is too big. But if the two of them fight Sasuke, it would be like 2, 3 or 4-year-old children fighting against a 5 or 6-year-old child. If they cooperate well, it can still cause pain to a child of 5 or 6 years old. Sasuke, what do you think? Of course, we have to listen to the opinions of the parties involved in this matter. As for his two teammates, we don't need to listen to their opinions. Leon's main purpose is to train them and do whatever it takes to improve their strength. That no problem for me. I also want to see how strong the two of them are under your guidance. Leon Sasuke didn't know much about the strength of Kazuha and Keiko, but he knew that they had the strength of a Chunin. Among their graduating class, he can basically be ranked among the top 5. Besides Leon, there were him and Shino, and they were basically the two with the strongest strength, including Naruto actually fighting them. He really can't beat both of them at the moment. In their class and at this time period, the only ones with elite Chunin strength are Akaya and Keiko. Sasuke possesses the combat power of an exceptional Jonin, while Naruto performance is not stable and his upper limit is sometimes particularly high. But in normal combat, Naruto's strength is not high and he is no match for the two of them. Aburame Shino also possesses the strength of a special Jonin. After the two of them is Shikamaru. It's hard to say how he will perform in a fight, as his IQ can make up for a lot, but Shikamaru's true strength is that of a Chunin. Then both sides please prepare yourself and let the battle begin. Kazuha and Keiko were together, while Sasuke stood alone across from them. When Leon finished speaking, Sasuke threw 6 shurikens at him. The speed was very fast. Yae and Keiko also threw out 3 shurikens, knocking down the shurikens thrown by Sasuke. Fire style, great fireball technique. Sasuke formed hand seals quickly, basically 5 seals per second. Wind style, great breakthrough. Yae also formed seals quickly, but he could only do 4 seals per second. But that was enough. I don't know if it because he not as proficient as Sasuke in chakra input. Yae wind style ninjutsu failed to block Sasuke fireball, water release, water formation. Keiko used water style defensive ninjutsu to block Sasuke fireball, illusion, psychedelic mist. The collision of fire and water caused the mist to rise, and Huizi quickly used an illusion related to mist. If Huizi used this illusion on someone else, it might still succeed. However, using illusion on Akaya clan ninjas was a very wrong choice. Open the Sharingan and rebound the illusion. Sasuke was only affected for a moment, and the next moment he activated the 3 Magatama Sharingan and directly bounced back Keiko illusion. This time Huizi was directly tricked, but fortunately Yi was by her side, who helped her get out of the illusion without saying a word. Yae, we don't have the advantage in ninjutsu, so let's use taijutsu to attack from both sides. Because of Leon, the two of them have begun to fully develop ninjutsu and taijutsu, especially Keiko, who has made great progress in both ninjutsu, physical techniques and illusion techniques. If Leon doesn't help her in the future, she probably won't be able to develop and will be lost in the crowd. Sasuke on the opposite side also has comprehensive development in ninjutsu and taijutsu, even though he has not trained much in genjutsu. However, Because of the Sharingan, the illusions used by the three Magatama Sharingan can also be very powerful. If Sasuke systematically learns illusion techniques, he can become a threat to other Jonin, especially to other Jonin. If things go wrong, the Jonin might be careless and fall into Sasuke illusion, and be killed by Sasuke. The two men, holding kunai, quickly came to Sasuke. Humphrey, are you competing in Taijutsu? My Akaya clan Taijutsu is first rate. Sasuke was not bragging. The Akaya clan physical skills were really powerful, except for those strong ones who specialized in physical skills. In the entire ninja world, there are very few who are better at physical skills than the Akaya clan. The Akaya clan ninjas are very well-rounded ninjas. They are very proficient in physical skills, ninjutsu, illusion skills, and swordsmanship. In addition, they are the owners of bloodline limits, and in a one-on-one battle between ninjas of the same level, the Akaya clan will basically win. There is a saying in the ninja world that if you encounter a ninja of the same level as the Akaya clan, you must run away if it is a one-on-one fight. Under normal circumstances, hostile ninjas would choose to fight the Akaya clan ninjas in a 2-to-1 ratio. Sasuke raised his hand and slapped Keiko's right hand, causing Keiko to aim the kunai in her hand at Akaya on the left. In desperation, Yae could only block with the kunai in his hand. But before Kazuha and Keiko could react, Sasuke punched Kazuha and sent him flying. Sasuke didn't show any courtesy to the girl Keiko and kicked her. Fortunately, Keiko reacted quickly and blocked with both hands, so she was not kicked in the chest by Sasuke. This frightened Huizi so much that cold sweat broke out on his forehead. Water style, psychedelic thousand bones. Well, I am no match for Sasuke in physical skills, so let's use both physical skills and ninjutsu together. Huizi formed seals quickly. She also formed 4 seals in 1 second. After the seal was completed, 6 senbon formed by water attribute chakra were spit out from his mouth. It was about twice as big as a normal senbon and flew towards Sasuke at a very fast speed. When it was about to get close to Sasuke, the 6 water senbon became 18. But among these 18 Maizu senbon, only 6 are real. If you get hit, it no different from having 6 kunai pierced through the stomach. The lethality is still quite strong. Humphrey, in front of my pair of 3 Magatama Sharingan, your 6 water senbon can be easily seen through by me. Sasuke took out a kunai from his ninja tool bag and easily blocked the 6 real water senbon. Sasuke didn't even look at the other 12, nor did he try to resist. Wind style, wind cutting technique. At this time, Yae quickly used wind-style ninjutsu to attack Sasuke. This kind of ninjutsu is not easy to be discovered and is very suitable for sneak attacks. But in front of Sasuke 3 Magatama Sharingan, it is very easy to be detected. Sasuke stepped aside twice and dodged it easily. Fire style, Great Dragon Fire technique. After the battle just now, Sasuke felt that the overall strength of these two people was still very good. It was worth it for him to escalate the battle to see if they could keep up with his fighting pace. Water style, Water Dragon Bullet technique. Keiko quickly completed 3 seals and finished the ninjutsu before Sasuke. The next moment, a huge fire dragon collided with the water dragon. Suddenly, a large amount of water vapor and mist appeared on the field. It time to put the coordination training between Yae and Keiko on the agenda. Looking at the two people being beaten by Sasuke on the field, Leon felt that if these two people could cooperate with each other in ninjutsu, they would not be beaten so easily by Sasuke. A quarter of an hour later, Yae and Keiko physical strength and chakra were almost exhausted, so they opened their mouths and admitted defeat directly. Sasuke felt very refreshed after this battle, as these two people still put a lot of pressure on him. Speaking of which, this was the first time he encountered such a battle. In the past, he either crushed his opponents directly or was crushed by them. He had never encountered a battle that was nearly evenly matched. This battle also allowed Sasuke to take his use of various ninjutsu, physical skills and weapons to a higher level. I will give you half an hour to rest. From now on, your opponent will be me. When the three heard this, their expressions became serious. Even if they were combined, they were still no match for Leon. This group of people experienced this as early as the first time they went to Leon's house to eat hot pot. The entire day, except for going out for lunch at noon, was spent with Leon beating the three of them. The next morning, Leon went to the Hokage office and found that there were no suitable A-level and S-level missions. This day was another day when Leon beat up Sasuke and the other two. For 4 or 5 days in a row, Leon kept beating Sasuke and the other two, and no one cared. Hokage-sama, is there a suitable mission for me in the Hokage office? Leon came over again. These days he basically comes here first thing in the morning. After all, missions above level B are issued by Naruto. Boy, the only mission is to escort a noble, and it takes a lot of time. Do you want to do it? Snap. Tsunade couldn't help but get angry and slammed the table with one hand. She was annoyed by Leon coming over every day. Forget it, I am leaving. Leon disappeared with a flash of his body. He wasn't that stupid to risk Tsunade's wrath if he didn't leave. Today, Leon let Yae and Keiko rest, combine work and rest. As for Sasuke, he didn't listen to him. He still went to the back hill to train alone, and Leon would not force him to do anything. Now the plot has been disrupted by me. I guess Black Zetsu knows that I killed Obito. I just don't know what he will do next. In fact, Leon is not afraid of Kaguya Otsutsuki. He cares about the entire Otsutsuki clan. This mysterious race has an ancestral star, and I think there must be a lot of such Otsutsuki people. One Otsutsuki Kaguya, or Otsutsuki Ishiki, who is still in the ninja world, and the Otsutsuki trio who will arrive in more than 10 years. Leon is confident that he can face these, and with the help of Happy Farm Space, he can surpass them. But Leon was not sure about the unknown Otsutsuki clan. I just love to daydream when I have free time. It will be another 10 years before I meet the Otsutsuki trio and Ishiki. By the time, I don't know how powerful I will become. Just when Leon stopped daydreaming and prepared to go to the hot pot restaurant, an Anbu suddenly appeared and stopped in front of him. Leon, summoned by the Hokage. This Anbu came quickly and left quickly. What does Tsunade want from me? I just came out of the Hokage office. Leon didn't think much about it and walked quickly towards the Hokage office. We also met many familiar ninjas on the way. Basically all of them were Jonin and Elite Jonin. Leon, you were also summoned by the Hokage. When almost reaching the Hokage office, Leon ran into Asuma. Hong didn't follow, and Leon guessed it was because she didn't have the strength of a Jonin. Yes, Asuma-senpai has also been summoned by the Hokage-sama. Let's go in together. After knocking on the door and getting Tsunade consent, the two entered the Hokage office. As soon as he came in, Leon discovered that Kakashi, Might Guy, Yamato, Bai Unyushan and Oda Inahib were also here. There are also the patriarchs of the Ino, Shikaku, and Chu clans, Nara Shikaku, Okimaki Chosa, and Yamanaka Inoichi. There is also the Hyuga clan patriarch, Hyuga Hayashi, as well as patriarchs of some families. When Leon saw this situation, he felt that this matter was definitely not simple. Everyone is here, take a look at these materials. Seeing that all the summoned people were present, Tsunade asked Shizune to hand the information to everyone. After receiving the information, everyone looked at it carefully. For a moment, the only sound in the Hokage office was the rubbing of papers. Soon everyone finished reading the information in their hands and couldn't help but frown. Hokage-sama, we, the Hyuga clan, cannot possibly launch a surprise attack on the Hidden Mist village. The first to speak was Hinata Hayashi, because the things in the information were too outrageous. 51 ninjas from the Hyuga clan, led by an elite Jonin, 10 Jonin, 40 elite Chunins and Chunins suddenly attacked the Hidden Mist village a few days ago. My side is also outrageous. I actually led 50 ninjas with Sharingan to attack the Hidden Cloud village. Kakashi finished reading the information in silence. He had been in the village all this time. And where did the 50 ninjas with Sharingan come from? The Uchiha clan was exterminated 5 years ago. Well, Let me tell you that there was a wood-release ninja like me who led 50 Konoha ninjas to attack the Iwagakure village. Almost everyone here knows about the existence of Yamato. It's the same thing with me. I actually led 50 Konoha ninjas to attack the Sand village. Asuma smoked a cigarette and spoke in a somewhat confusing manner. Hokage-sama, are the things in these materials true? After listening to what their people said, Nara Shikaku realized the seriousness of the matter and couldn't help but look at Tsunade. He also read the information. These data are real. They were all sent back by spies planted by our village in the enemy village. There is no problem with the authenticity of the information. More than one spy reported this. At first, it was just one village. I thought it was too outrageous and fake, so I didn't pay much attention to it. But, just now, Jinian brought back a lot of information from spies. I realized that something was wrong, so I summoned everyone here immediately. Tsunade was also very troubled. This kind of thing seemed outrageous, especially since the Akaya clan has been extinct for 5 years. And she knew that Kakashi, Yamato, and Asuma had been in the village all this time. Boom boom boom. At this time, a ninja from the intelligence department came in with several letters. Hokage-sama, this is a letter from Saturn from the Hidden Rock village, Kazekage from the Hidden Sand village, Raikage from the Hidden Cloud village, and Mizukage from the Hidden Mist village. The ninja handed the letter to Shizune, and then the letter landed in Tsunade's hands. 10 minutes later, Tsunade was so angry that she smashed the desk. Hokage-sama, what is it about these letters that makes you so angry? As the Hokage assistant think tank, Nara Shikaku was the first to ask. Besides the Kazekage who said that someone was pretending to be a Konoha ninja to attack their sand village, asking us to be on high alert in Konoha. The Kages of several other villages wrote to us, demanding that Konoha compensate them for the losses of their villages. If there is no compensation, they don't mind joining forces and starting the Fourth Shinobi World War. Tsunade is a person who has experienced 2 Ninja World Wars and was the main force. Although during the Third Ninja World War, she was unable to go to the battlefield and fight due to her own reasons. But he was also instructing the medical ninjas to save people in the rear, and was also researching how to crack the poison of the Sand Village. During the Second Shinobi World War, she was the real main force on the battlefield. Because of the war, she lost her relatives and her loved one, and overall she hated war very much. Someone is deliberately framing us Konoha. Although Lord Kazekage is young, he is quite upright and knows that it is not our Konoha who did it. They even wrote to remind us, but the Kages of the other 3 villages knew that someone had framed us, Konoha, and they also wanted Konoha to make corresponding compensation. Tsunade rubbed her eyebrows, very confused about who was framing Konoha. Moreover, he created 4 elite Jonins, 40 Jonins, 160 elite Chunins and Chunins in one go. This is not something that ordinary people can do, especially when some of these people actually have real Sharingan and Byakugan. Although before the final death, the self destroyed these eyes. This incident was obviously carefully planned by someone, and the purpose is very likely to cause the Fourth Ninja World War. It's just that I can't understand how the Fourth Shinobi World War breaking out will benefit this guy. Nara Shikaku thought quickly in his mind, but after a long time he still couldn't come up with an answer. How should we deal with this matter? What suggestions do you have? Tsunade is not a person who has her own way. If these people have good suggestions, she will adopt them. Hokage-sama, how is the situation at the border? Have these enemy villages sent a large number of ninjas to approach the border of the Land of Fire? If a large number of enemy village ninjas appear, we will have to send people to set up defenses. Kakashi thought for a while, remembering that these villages mentioned the Fourth Shinobi World War, and the border of the Fire Country must be guarded. A group of people gathered in the Hokage office and thought and discussed for a long time, but they couldn't come up with the best result. Moreover, Konoha is not suitable to face the joint attack of 3 ninja villages at the same time. If a war really breaks out, it would be difficult to guarantee that the Sand Village would not join, even if they had just signed an alliance agreement with Konoha. Leon didn't react at first, but soon he knew what the problem was. The only one who can make such a big scene is Black Zetsu with that 1,000-year-old silver coin. No one else can make such a big scene. For others, it may be impossible to obtain the Sharingan and the Byakugan in their entire lifetime. But these eyes were too easy for Black Zetsu, who had lived for more than 1,000 years. He must have a lot more. For more than 1,000 years, wars in the ninja world have never stopped. The Uchiha clan and the Hyuga clan are big families in the ninja world. Over the past 1,000 years, too many ninjas have died in battle. Moreover, Black Zetsu is an old silver coin who knows how to endure and even remove himself and hide behind the scenes. Plus, his abilities are very special, so it's too easy for him to get the Byakugan and Sharingan on the battlefield. If it were anyone else, they would definitely not be able to take out these eyes, but Hizetsu could do it easily. Before this happened, Leon never thought about it. Leon guessed that it was he who killed Uchiha Obito, thus disrupting Black Zetsu's plan. Black Zetsu may have come up with a new strategy, or perhaps he also has reasons for revenge against Konoha. If Obito had not been killed by himself, Black Zetsu would definitely not have done these boring things. But Obito was killed by him some time ago, so this incident was most likely an act of venting by Black Zetsu. At the same time, it is not ruled out that Black Zetsu wants to cause the Fourth World War to weaken the 5 major ninja villages. Even if Leon guessed that Black Zetsu did these things, he couldn't say it out loud. Except for the Hidden Cloud Village, the other 3 ninja villages are currently in a wait-and-see state. According to a spy from the Hidden Cloud Village, the Fourth Raikage has begun gathering 3,000 cloud ninjas and is expected to reach the border of the Land of Fire in 3 days. During the time they were discussing, news came to the Hokage office one after another. After hearing this, everyone present fell silent. None of them could be a match for the Fourth Raikage of the Hidden Cloud Village. Of course Leon wasn't among them. Whether it is speed, defense, attack power, or ninjutsu, physical skills and chakra, Leon surpasses the Fourth Raikage in all aspects. Leon knows who are the powerful people in the ninja world, and he also knows what stage his specific strength is at. Leon, who has spatial abilities, can kill the Fourth Raikage in seconds if he wants, can ignore the dust release of the third Tsuchikage Onoki. Even if Pain Six Paths came, he would have to kneel down and carry rice. Apart from his time and space abilities, Leon possesses strength that is no less than that of Super Shadow. If we meet Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha during the Battle of the Valley of the End, we may not be able to defeat them without the ability of time and space. But after using the abilities of time and space, even these 2 people had to kneel down together. After eating a large number of time and space ability fruits in succession, it is already possible to do time prohibition, time acceleration, and time reversal, all within 3 seconds. For someone with his strength, 3 seconds is enough to kill the enemy. Even if the enemy is Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha. Kakashi, you will lead the team this time, assisted by the 3 clan leaders Ino, Shika and Chu. Lead 3,000 ninjas to the border of the Land of Fire and the Land of Fields. I have already informed Jiraiya to go directly to the border of the Land of Fire. Kakashi, what you have to do is to hold back the Fourth Raikage before Jiraiya arrives at the battlefield. Okay, this meeting ends here. Leon Shansheng will stay, and the others can leave. I will send someone to inform you of the follow-up arrangements. Soon, people from the Hokage office left one after another, and finally only Tsunade, Shizune and Leon were left. Hokage-sama, you left me alone. Is there something you want to tell me? Leon didn't know what other instructions Tsunade had for keeping him here. Come with me, Shizune, you follow too. Tsunade put down the documents and walked in front. After leaving the Hokage building, under the leadership of Tsunade, they came to the exclusive training ground for Hokage training. Except for the people brought by the Hokage and the Anbu who secretly protect the Hokage, no one else is allowed to train here. Are you planning to test my ability personally? Along the way, Tsunade didn't tell him where she was taking him. When they arrived at the training ground, Leon had a guess in his mind. Leon, I can sense that you are very powerful, but I don't know exactly how powerful you are. If it weren't for the attack of the Hidden Cloud village on Konoha, I wouldn't have conducted a combat test on you. Then let's fight each other. Show us all your strength. Once I know your specific strength, I can make appropriate arrangements for you. Then let's start the fight now. If you can't satisfy me, I will show no mercy and will just let you stay in the hospital for a while, Tsunade said, and appeared in front of Leon in a flash, punching him without hesitation. This is the supernatural power that Tsunade often uses. Snap! Leon reached out his palm and easily grasped Tsunade's fist. You are really strong enough to withstand my strange strength so easily. But what comes next is not that easy. The super strength Heaven Guard kick. Tsunade kicked the ground, shattering the ground around her. Purple lightning torrent. Tsunade's attack was easily blocked by Leon, and purple lightning spread throughout Tsunade's body. Strange strength, painful kick. Tsunade endured the numbness and stinging pain from the electric current attack. But this time, before the attack could even begin, Leon threw him away. From the beginning Tsunade's fist was held by Leon. Tsunade was thrown out, and within a few seconds of landing, the injuries she had just suffered from Leon's attack were instantly recovered. Is Leon so strong? Shizune, who was watching their fight from the side, was really shocked. She knew Leon was very powerful, but in her imagination, he should be about the same as Kakashi and the others. I didn't expect that Lady Tsunade's uncanny strength would be useless in front of Leon. Not only was Shizune shocked, but several Anbu ninjas who were secretly protecting the Hokage were also amazed. At the same time, I also remembered the person named Leon. For the next period of time, Leon hardly moved around. Except for not removing the seal on her forehead, all the abilities Tsunade could use were easily taken over by Leon. This was just a test of Leon's strength. Tsunade was not yet able to break the seal. He would not activate the 100 healings technique to fight Leon desperately. Stop fighting. You are really strong enough. Your strength surpasses mine. Now I feel relieved. This time you will go to the battlefield with Kakashi. If the fourth Raikage appears and Jiraiya does not arrive at the battlefield, you will fight against the fourth Raikage. She was very clear about the strength of the fourth Raikage. In terms of attack, she is no worse than the fourth Raikage, but in terms of speed, she is not as fast as the fourth Raikage. She is also no match for the fourth Raikage in terms of defense. If she met the fourth Raikage on the battlefield, she could only protect herself. If she really tries her best, she can open the seal and activate the ninja technique of regeneration, 100 healings, and she can suppress the fourth Raikage in a short period of time. But after a while, she got into trouble. Overall, she is not yet a match for the fourth Raikage. The fight started, 5 to 5.5. She is 5, and the fourth Raikage is 5.5. Through the test just now, Tsunade can already confirm that the fourth Raikage encountered Leon. Basically, you will be crushed by Leon throughout the whole process. I understand, Hokage-sama. If there is nothing else, I will go back first. When it's time to set off, Hokage-sama, send someone to notify me. Leon dusted himself off, said something lazily, and disappeared on the spot. Tsunade-sama, I didn't expect this Leon to be so powerful. In this case, even if Jiraiya-sama didn't show up in time. With Leon here, the fourth Raikage cannot cross the border of the fire country. Shizune ran over and supported the tired Tsunade. Leon's talent is terrifying. Don't forget that he is not even 13 years old yet. When I was 13, I had just become a Jonin not long ago. That idiot Jiraiya was a special Jonin when he was 13. Thinking back to the battle with Leon just now, she had already used all her strength in her normal state. She had been fighting for most of the day and hadn't even touched Leon's clothes. This level of strength has already surpassed that of Sarutobi-sensei at his peak. I just don't know who is more powerful, Leon or second Grandpa. If I compete with Grandpa, forget it. I'd rather not compete with Grandpa. How could Leon be a match for Grandpa? Tsunade just thought her idea was a little funny. Leon was indeed very strong, but not compared to her grandfather. Leon originally thought that he would set off the next morning, but he unexpectedly set off that afternoon. However, Kakashi would not take it lightly when he thought that it was the fourth Raikage who was personally leading the 3,000 Cloud Ninjas. It is said that in 3 days, the fourth Raikage and his men will reach the border of the Land of Fire and the Land of Fields. But this is just a rough guess. If the fourth Raikage speeds up and arrives at the battlefield earlier, and they and Konoha are a step slower, they would be playing with the lives of their compatriots on the border. 3,000 Konoha ninjas. We traveled all night that night and didn't get much rest during the day. The next day, we continued traveling and only got a good rest for most of the night. Finally, on the morning of the third day, a large group of ninjas arrived at the battlefield. The Konoha ninjas arrived at the scene in the morning, and the Cloud ninjas arrived at the battlefield half an hour later. Fortunately, we arrived at the battlefield before the hidden Cloud village, otherwise the reckless fourth Raikage would have probably started a fight directly. Many ninjas who know the Cloud ninjas know that they are all about muscle and the fourth Raikage reckless behavior. Kakashi, we need to prepare our defenses next. Lord Jiraiya is not expected to arrive at the battlefield until the afternoon. We have to find a way to delay time until Lord Jiraiya arrives at the battlefield. Just as Kakashi was discussing strategy with the 3 clan leaders, Ino, Shika, and Chu, the Cloud ninjas on the opposite side had already gathered. This change was also discovered by the ninjas on the Konoha side. Kakashi, there are changes in the Cloud village across the way. It seems that they are about to attack us. At this time Asuma came in from outside. Are you so impatient already? According to the previous deployment, Leon, are you sure you can stop the fourth Raikage? Kakashi asked Leon, causing many people to look at Leon in surprise. Some of them knew Leon, but most of them didn't. Those who didn't know Leon were more curious about why Kakashi would say such things to a young boy. In fact, many people were curious about Leon when they were in the Hokage office last time. This was clearly a meeting attended by a group of elite Jonin and patriarchs of major families. So how come there was a young Chunin also in it? This young man is also in the meeting tent this time. From what Kakashi said, this young man named Leon should be very powerful. Leave the fourth Raikage to me. He won't hurt a single Konoha ninja while I am here. They are still more than 10 kilometers away from the hidden Cloud village. The fourth Raikage could reach here quickly if he ran at full speed, but the large army behind him would need more time. The fourth Raikage is not his father, the third Raikage, who can single-handedly fight against an army of 10,000 ninjas. The fourth Raikage could deal with 100 or even several hundred Konoha ninjas, but he would not dare to act recklessly against thousands of Konoha ninjas. He also had to wait for the Cloud ninjas behind him to join him in attacking Konoha. Among the people present, only Kakashi and Yamato believed what Leon said. Even Asuma, Oda Inpi, and Might Guy also had doubts in their hearts. Those who are not familiar with Leon, or have heard of his genius, do not believe this statement at all, but they were not going to argue with a teenager. Okay, let's go to the front line and wait for the fourth Raikage and his men to arrive. Under the leadership and arrangement of Kakashi, the ninjas on the Konoha side were mobilized. Except for some ninjas left to protect the medical ninjas, the rest of the ninjas basically all went to the front line battlefield. At this moment, on the border between the Land of Fire and the Land of Field, Kakashi, Leon, Yamato and others are waiting for the arrival of the fourth Raikage and his men. As for the 3 clan leaders, Ino, Shika and Chu, they have already led a group of Konoha ninjas and are ready for battle in that area. Asuma, Might Guy, Oda Inpi, Shirogane Hayama and other elite Jonin each stayed in one area. Behind them were the Konoha ninjas they led. Here they come. This time, not only the fourth Raikage is here, but also the two-tails Jinchuriki of the hidden Cloud village. Through perception, Leon discovered that in addition to the fourth Raikage, there was another female ninja whose chakra surpassed that of the fourth Raikage. Leon recognized the female ninja, Yukito the two-tailed. The fourth Raikage is so crazy that he even brought the tailed beasts here before we even started preparing for the fourth Ninja World War. Kakashi looked at the large group of Cloud ninjas that had appeared in his field of vision. Kakashi Hatake of Konoha village, you, the Konoha Hyuga clan ninjas, attacked my Kumagakure village for no reason. This has caused great losses to our Hidden Cloud village. If we don't give you satisfactory compensation this time, then I will take my men to Konoha and talk to that old woman Tsunade in person." When the two sides were more than 100 meters apart, the fourth Raikage stood in the front and spoke very domineeringly. "Compensation. Konoha will give us satisfactory compensation." I don't know if the fourth Raikage trained the 3,000 cloud ninjas behind him before coming here. At this moment they shouted a unified slogan. "Your Excellency the fourth Raikage, I believe you know that those ninjas who attacked your village without any reason could not be ninjas from our Konoha. There must be someone here who is trying to frame Konoha. Please, Lord Fourth Raikage, do not fall into their conspiracy. Don't start a war easily. If the fourth Raikage takes the noble village Cloud Ninja away now, we Konoha will give a satisfactory answer." Kakashi only said this, and it would be up to him to give a satisfactory answer when the time comes. At the same time, he also knew that the fourth Raikage brought 3,000 cloud ninjas here, so how could they leave easily without getting corresponding benefits? Humphrey, it seems that you Konoha have no sincerity at all. In that case, let fight my men. Follow me and kill all these Konoha ninjas. The ninjas on the Konoha side basically understood what the fourth Raikage said, and it was just a polite remark. This man came here to attack their Konoha. Many of Konoha ninjas were still very nervous at this moment because they were facing the Kage of a village, especially with the famous fourth Raikage in the ninja world. Many Konoha ninjas felt unsure, because they don't have anyone strong enough to match them. Kill all the Konoha ninjas. 3,000 people shouted in unison, and the momentum was quite strong. The shout reached the sky, and the sound vibration formed a ripple wave that was transmitted to Konoha. "Senior Kakashi, I will leave the command here to you. I am going to intercept the fourth Raikage and the Two Tails Jinchuriki." Leon finished speaking and appeared on the battlefield the next moment. When they were in the tent, Leon said that as long as he was there, the fourth Raikage would not be able to hurt any ninja in Konoha. Now that the fourth Raikage is ready to attack the Konoha ninja, he must of course appear at the first opportunity to stop him. The fourth Raikage, his first target is the Ino, Deer and Chew trio. To him, Hatake Kakashi was no match at all. But the Pig, Deer and Butterfly trio is a combination that can restrict him. Die for me. The fourth Raikage was extremely fast. In the entire ninja world, the number of people whose speed surpassed his could be counted on one hand. His first target was Yamanaka Inoichi. Secret technique, partial multiplication technique. Faced with the attack of the fourth Raikage, Yamanaka Inoichi was unable to dodge. But the three of them were a group, and Akimekicho's palm instantly grew huge. He shot towards the fourth Raikage, but Akimekicho's was too slow. It was easily dodged by the fourth Raikage, who activated his lightning release chakra armor at the same time. His body was flashing with light blue lightning, and his attack, speed, and defense were all greatly enhanced. Just when the fourth Raikage was about to hit Yamanaka Inoichi neck, Leon suddenly appears. Bang! As fast as the fourth Raikage came over, he flew back even faster. Many people did not see clearly how the fourth Raikage, who was ready to kill everyone on the battlefield, was knocked away. Puff! The fourth Raikage was hit by a whip kick from Leon, which was like a sword attack, and his lightning chakra armor was instantly shattered. At the same time, he knocked him back more than 100 meters away, and finally stopped after killing several cloud ninjas. The fourth Raikage had just stood up and had no time to speak when he felt a nauseous sensation in his throat, causing him to involuntarily spit out a mouthful of blood. Such a sudden scene stunned not only the cloud ninjas, but even the ninjas on the Konoha side were dumbfounded. Soon, all the ninjas who had not yet started fighting turned their eyes to the harmless Leon who was standing there. "Senior Heiei, are you okay?" Leon turned his head and glanced at the shocked Pig, Deer and Butterfly trio. "No, it okay. I am fine." Soon, Yamanaka Heiei reacted and looked at Leon with curiosity. At this moment, many people who had stayed in the tent recalled what Leon had said before. Leon said that as long as he was there, the fourth Raikage would not be able to hurt any Konoha ninja. At that time, Most people did not believe what Leon said, thinking that he was young and ignorant. The Fourth Raikage was famous throughout the ninja world, and no one dared to say that the Fourth Raikage could not hurt anyone else while he was around. Now Leon did it. When the Fourth Raikage was about to kill Yamanaka Inoichi, he suddenly appeared and knocked the Fourth Raikage away. At this moment, no one thought that Leon was bragging, and no one thought that Leon was ignorant of the immensity of the world. Leon in the mountain city. A Konoha ninja who knew Leon suddenly spoke up. Immediately, one Konoha ninja after another followed suit and shouted. Its voice surpassed the sound of the Cloud Ninja shouting just now. Damn it, boy, our battle has just begun. Lightning release, thunder plow and hot knife. The Fourth Raikage, already dark complexion, looked even darker at this moment. Since he became famous, no one else has ever beaten him like this, except his father, who beat him until he vomited blood. Especially after he became the Fourth Raikage, no one has ever made him vomit blood. I didn't expect that at the critical moment when the two armies went to war today, he would vomit blood in front of so many people. He could not accept this kind of thing. He had to kill the young man in front of him and use his blood to wash away the shame just now. He has such strength at such a young age. If he can grow up, who in the entire ninja world will be his rival? It would have been fine if this genius boy hadn't been discovered before. But now that he has, there is no way the Fourth Raikage would let Leon continue to live. Whether it was to wash away the humiliation he had just suffered or to strangle the genius of Konoha, he was happy to do it. The Fourth Raikage was very fast, especially after he got serious after this outburst of rage. His speed increased by more than double compared to before. There were not many people who could see clearly on the entire battlefield, and they were basically all elite Jonin. But for most of them, their eyes can keep up with the speed, but their bodies may not. Except for the elite among the elite Jonin like Kakashi, who can resist, the others can only be abused. But in Leon's eyes, the speed of the Fourth Raikage is not invincible. Purple lightning sharp spear. I have to say that the Fourth Raikage is quite powerful. The purple lightning sharp spear, which had been invincible before, was unexpectedly dodged by the Fourth Raikage. What was that just now? Purple lightning. The Fourth Raikage frowned. He had sensed the danger and dodged subconsciously. If he hadn't been warned in advance, he would have been hit by the purple lightning. Lightning release, righteous thunder fury. Thunder acts. When the Fourth Raikage approached Leon, he jumped up, flipped in the air, and used the leg knife, wrapping his thigh with lightning chakra, and chopped down at Leon. Faced with such an attack, lightning also appeared on Leon's body. Storm release, Thunder Tiger Fury. Unlike other storm releases which have light blue lightning, Leon's storm release has black lightning. It about the same color as Darui mystical black thunder. A black thunder tiger appeared. It was not big, only 4 or 5 meters tall. It was more than 10 meters long. As soon as it appeared, it raised its black tiger paw and slapped the Fourth Raikage. Bump! The Fourth Raikage was knocked away again. This time he vomited blood again. The storm release black tiger slapped the Fourth Raikage away but did not disappear. Instead, it quickly approached the Fourth Raikage. Damn it, he can even use storm release, and it black lightning. Much stronger than Darui black lightning and storm release. I don't believe I can't beat you. I will use lightning release, health rust, and 4 basic skills to break them. At this moment, the Fourth Raikage used the famous ninjutsu of his father, the Third Raikage. I have to say that the Fourth Raikage is still very powerful. Under his attack, the storm release black tiger was quickly dispersed. However, the Fourth Raikage himself was not feeling well either. Damn it, how could Konoha have such a powerful lightning-style ninja who can also use storm-style bloodline? Gankai, why wasn't a genius like you born in my hidden cloud village? The Fourth Raikage stood 30 meters away from Leon and spoke with a tired look, with wounds already appearing on his body. There were also signs of burns on the parts that were injured by the storm release. Haha. Who knows, he is a time traveler. Before traveling through time, he had no idea that he would travel to the Naruto world. He still traveled through time to Konoha village. If he knew, he would still choose Konoha village. Because he didn't know much about the hidden cloud village, But one thing was that the Hidden Cloud Village was much more united than Konoha. Among the 5 major ninja villages, the Hidden Cloud Village has the least number of rebellious ninjas. Lightning Release Hell Thrust 3-point penetration. The 4th Raikage no longer cares about his shame, he just wants to kill Leon. Not because Leon embarrassed and humiliated him. He didn't want the rival village, Konoha, to have such a terrifying young genius. In his heart, the only good geniuses in the enemy village were the dead geniuses. Storm Release. Dance of the Thunder Serpent. 9 black lightning snakes about 10 meters long swam in the air and rushed towards the 4th Raikage. The 3 basic skills of the 4th Raikage were destroyed by 3 lightning snakes. Damn it, I broke it. Lightning Release. Lightning Abuse Level Chiomai. The next moment, the 4th Raikage spun at high speed, like a spinning top, and released a powerful hand knife, instantly cutting the remaining 6 black lightning snakes into several sections. Under the attack of the 4th Raikage, all the remaining razors were destroyed. Damn it, Lightning Release Hell Stab one-handed shot. Through the battle just now, the 4th Raikage discovered that he would not be able to defeat the boy in front of him unless he showed his true strength. The speed of this move was extremely fast. Among the people on the battlefield, only Leon could see the attack route of this move clearly. Facing the attack from the 4th Raikage, Leon didn't seem to move at all, as if he couldn't react in time. Just when the 4th Raikage powerful attack was about to hit Leon, Leon reached out a hand and easily grasped the 4th Raikage wrist. The speed is good, but a few are a little small. Grabbing the 4th Raikage wrist, Leon spoke expressionlessly. Damn it. You just cracked my one-handed trick. The 4th Raikage just stood there in a daze. He had never thought that his father had the strongest spear. It was easily cracked by a young boy. What else? The seal to seal evil. Leon tilted his head and said this, then used a sealing ninjutsu to seal the chakra of the 4th Raikage in front of both armies. Senior Kakashi, I will leave the 4th Raikage in your care while I go capture the Two-Tails Jinchuriki on the other side. Leon waved his hand, and the 4th Raikage, whose chakra was sealed, was thrown in front of Kakashi. Although his chakra was sealed, the 4th Raikage was still very powerful. Ordinary Jonin are no match for him, but the 4th Raikage is proficient in ninjutsu, not just physical techniques. Before Kakashi could make a move, the 4th Raikage was in midair and didn't even react. Yamato used wood release to seal the 4th Raikage again. This is not an ordinary person. Although Leon used the seal to seal evil, it would only take some time for the shadow of a village to break it. Because of the sudden battle between Leon and the 4th Raikage, the Konoha ninjas and the Cloud ninjas were unable to fight. After Leon dealt with the 4th Raikage, he ran in the direction of the Cloud Ninja. Stop him. Many people in the Cloud Ninja camp heard what Leon said. Damn it, I won't surrender. The Two-Tails, Yumujin, left the Kumage Cure camp and rushed towards Leon. As she ran, she transformed into a tailed beast. The next moment, the true form of the Two-Tail appeared in the center of the battlefield between the two armies. The height of 50 or 60 meters frightened many people who saw it for the first time. It was a complete tailed beast. How terrifying is this? The War Machine tailed beast. Everyone attention turned to Leon and Nibai. Erwai personality is completely different from Yaiwai. It doesn't like to talk. He opened his mouth and spit out several huge balls of blue flames. Ice escape. 10,000 swords return to the origin. Leon clapped his hands, and 130-meter-long ice swords appeared in the air. In less than 3 seconds, the battle was over. As soon as the Two-Tails Matatabi came out, Leon knocked it into the sealed space inside the Jinchuriki body. Yomuran, who was ready to fight to the death just now, is now lying on the ground seriously injured and unconscious. Leon strolled towards Yukito. Damn it, we can't let him capture Yomuran. Everyone attacked together. The ninjas of the Cloud Ninja camp were angry at this moment, but more people are afraid of Leon. Lightning Release, Thunder Sword, Lightning Release, Lightning Flash, Lightning Escape, Ground Walk. One after another, the Cloud Ninja used Lightning Release ninjutsu and they joined forces to attack Leon. However, Even Leon Purple Lightning Torrent couldn't break through such an attack. Leon came over to Yukito and threw her in Kakashi direction. Would release. Kakashi rolled his eyes speechlessly. Yamato beside him didn't care at all. He used wood release to catch the wooden man flying towards them in the air. Water style. 9 dragons playing in the water. With a clap of his hands, 9 100-meter-long water dragons appeared above Leon's head. The next moment, he flew towards the Cloud Ninja camp. Soon the Cloud Ninja camp was in chaos. Ah, run. This person is too scary. Fuck, I want to go home, Mom. Don't come over here. Damn it, I will fight you. There are all kinds of people, and overall most of the Cloud Ninjas are uniting to resist Leon. Lightning release, black spot difference. Darui is having a headache now. The boss just came and was easily captured, and Yomuren was also captured. Storm escape, reinforce the soul. The Black Thunder failed to disperse the water dragon, so Darui quickly used the storm release ninjutsu. By the time the Cloud Ninjas defeated the 9 water dragons, there were less than 2,000 Cloud Ninjas still able to fight. Ice escape, 9 dragons dance. Leon saw that there were still nearly 2,000 people available to fight, and 9 more 100-meter-long ice dragons appeared. They also floated above Leon's head. Kakashi-senpai, did you know that Leon has 2 bloodline limits? Yamato saw it when he used storm release just now. Although I was surprised, I felt relieved when I thought about Leon talent. I didn't expect that Leon now has a 2nd bloodline limit, ice escape. This is also the first time I have seen Leon use a bloodline ninjutsu. I didn't expect that both of his bloodline limits have been developed to be so powerful. It seems that my initial worries were a bit unnecessary. The 4th Raikage couldn't even touch his clothes, and the Two-Tails Jinchuriki was no match for him even after he fully transformed into a tailed beast. He has grown to the point where he can protect Konoha. Kakashi can relax now. God knows how much pressure he was under when he received this appointment. This was the first time he presided over a large-scale battle like this one, with more than 6,000 people on both sides and the participation of the shadow of an entire village. If Jiraiya hadn't been there, Kakashi wouldn't have had to accept this appointment. This time, the ice dragon is more difficult to deal with than the water dragon just now. In addition, Leon added a large amount of yin and yang power, so that the 9 ice dragons could be instantly restored after being shattered. 5 minutes later, Darui was the only one left standing in the Cloud Ninja camp. However, there are still 6 ice dragons floating in the air, staring at Darui and ready to attack at any time. Are you Darui, the bloodline ninja of the Hidden Cloud Village? Do you want to surrender? Leon stood quietly by, watching Darui, whose chakra was about to run out. Haha, I didn't expect a super genius like you to appear in Konoha, destroying the 3,000 Cloud Ninjas led by the boss alone. After saying this, Darui fell to the ground and fainted. Leon, just give this to me. No need to throw it away. At this time, Yamato suddenly appeared beside Leon and used wood release to seal the unconscious Darui. Haha, Yamato-senpai, you came just in time. Leon couldn't help but smile. You know what? He was really planning to throw Darui to Kakashi again. Leon, how are you feeling now? Do you need any attention? Leave the rest to us. Kakashi also came over at this time. Many of the 3,000 Cloud Ninjas just now were now seriously injured, and quite a few were dead, at least over 1,000. Those who are still alive are basically too seriously injured to move, or are in a coma. I am fine. I will leave it to you, Kakashi-senpai. Leon watched as the Konoha ninjas began to control the severely injured and unconscious Kumonian. They also collected the dead Cloud Ninjas. The battle between Konoha Village and Kumagakure Village quickly spread throughout the ninja world. When everyone knew that the 4th Raikage, who was famous in the ninja world, was captured alive by an unknown Konoha boy, everyone's first reaction was disbelief. What a joke! He was the 4th Raikage, the strongest man in the Hidden Cloud Village. In the entire ninja world, it is ranked among the top 5. It's hard to believe that he was captured alive by a Konoha boy. In Iwagakure Village, Anoki was working in the Tsuchikage office. After seeing the latest battle situation between Konoha and the Hidden Cloud Village, he fell silent. "You are not kidding me?" After a moment of silence, Oanoki asked with a grim expression. "Lord Tsuchikage, this is true. There is more than one piece of news like this, and they all point to the young man named Leon to capture the Fourth Raikage alive. Not only that, the Two Tails Jinchuriki and the 3,000 Kumo ninja were all destroyed by him alone." The visitor heart beat faster when he thought that Konoha had such a terrifying young ninja. "Okay, I got it." Continue to focus on the battlefields of Konoha and the Hidden Cloud Village. "You go down first." After this person left, Onoki looked at the message with some dejection. Midoremi of the Hidden Mist Village also received the news. She was so shocked that she was speechless for a long time. After she came to her senses, she asked someone to notify the Elder Master. "I never thought that since we left Konoha, Leon's strength has grown so fast, leaving me far behind." Gaara, who has just become the 5th Kazekage of the Sand Village, is watching the battle between Konoha and the Cloud Village. "My thoughts went back to a few months ago, when I took part in the Chunin exam in Konoha." At this moment in the Hokage office, Tsunade was looking at the latest battle situation handed over by Shizune with a look of joy on her face. "Haha, that great. Leon is much stronger than I thought." During these 3 days, Tsunade has been keeping a close eye on the battle situation at the border of the Land of Fire. Now that Konoha has won, Leon has taken down the Fourth Raikage with lightning speed. One person destroyed an army of 3,000 cloud ninjas. What a horrifying achievement. This directly made the other villages that were still waiting and watching dare not act rashly. The Fourth Raikage is not a weak cage. On the contrary, his strength is very powerful. Such a powerful shadow. In front of Leon, he was easily taken down without even touching his clothes. If it was the shadow from their village, who would be able to defeat Leon from the mountain city? It can be said that while Leon became famous in one battle, he also made those villages that were planning to unite and ask Konoha for benefits give up such plans. In less than a day, Tsunade received another letter from the 4 major ninja villages. The letter that Gaara, the Kazekage, wrote was to congratulate Konoha for winning. What Tsuchikage Inoki wrote was that they received new information and found out that the ninja who had attacked their village before was not a Konoha ninja and it was a misunderstanding. At the same time, Inoki said that the Hidden Cloud Village was a barbaric village that attacked Konoha for no reason, and they deserved to be defeated by Konoha. He also congratulated Konoha on its victory. The contents of the letters from the Hidden Mist Village and the Hidden Rock Village are similar. Only the letters sent by the Hidden Cloud Village was a letter of surrender, admitting their defeat to Konoha. At the same time, they are also willing to pay compensation and spend money to redeem their Fourth Raikage, who assists Darui and the Two Tails Jinchuriki Yukito. At the same time, money will be spent to redeem the living Cloud Ninja and the corpses of Cloud Ninja. 1 week later, at the Fire Nation border, Mr. Kakashi, this is the compensation and ransom from our Kumagakure village to your village. The Hidden Cloud Village really suffered a heavy loss this time, paying a full 3 billion taels in compensation. This is the 3-year net income of the Hidden Cloud Village. The Fourth Raikage alone is worth 1.5 billion ryo. And Darui and the Two Tails Jinchuriki are made up of 2 wooden figures, worth 1 billion ryo each. There were 1,800 Cloud Ninjas still alive, and it cost 500 million taels to redeem them. At the same time, he was forced to sign a defeat agreement with Konoha. Overall, the battle was a farce. Young man, you are very strong. I hope I can fight you again next time we meet. When handing over the Fourth Raikage, he looked at Leon and said something with a serious expression. He then left with the Cloud Ninja army. As for resistance, the gap in strength is too great, and resistance will only add to the humiliation, and this time they lost miserably. After the main force of the Hidden Cloud Village left, the Konoha ninja army set out to return to Konoha the next day. It seems like your trick is useless. On the mountain in the distance, White Zetsu watched the Konoha army leaving. The sudden attack on the 4 major ninja villages by the Konoha ninja during this period was done by Black Zetsu. Bei Zetsu was with him, so he naturally knew about this. It doesn't matter, it just a test. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, forget it. Black Zetsu made such a fuss for the sake of revenge and weakening the 5 major ninja villages. I also want to see how strong Leon is. When Obito died, White Zetsu saw it from a distance, but what White Zetsu said was that Obito stood there unable to move, and Leon easily dug out his Sharingan. He was then killed and burned to ashes. Neither side of them had a serious fight, and Obito died inexplicably. This made Black Zetsu dare not secretly approach the neighbor house to observe Leon, afraid that Leon would find out and he would be caught or killed. He was not afraid of death, but he was mainly afraid that he would not be able to rescue his mother. He, Otsutsuki, Agarwood, Black Zetsu, has been carefully planning for 1,000 years, with the sole purpose of saving his mother. But this time, he also failed to see how strong Leon really was. At this moment, almost all the surviving members of Akatsuki organization gathered together. Konoha and the Hidden Cloud Village have reached a reconciliation. It looks like there won't be a major war in the ninja world. I sent people to rescue Hidden and Kakazu but failed. They are both dead. Next, our Akatsuki organization will continue with its previous mission and continue to accumulate wealth. But please do not enter the Land of Fire unless necessary. Pain Tendu stood in the first place, with Conan beside him. When the members heard their leader say that Hiden and Kaka were dead, their faces changed colors. Deodar looked disdainful but said nothing. The Scorpion of the Red Sand remained indifferent. Kaiichi had a blank expression on his face. Only Hoshigaki Kisame felt it was a pity that a colleague he had just known for a few years was gone. Okay. Be careful when you are out there doing missions. If you have any difficulties, contact me through the ring as soon as possible. Disband now. After saying this, Dandao turned and left the living room, with Conan following behind him. Brother Scorpion, our mission this time is in the Kingdom of Wind, which is your hometown. Do you have anything to say? As soon as Tendo left, Deodara came to Scorpion and teased him. Let go, don't keep me waiting. You know I hate waiting for people the most. Scorpion left the living room first. You two are leaving. Brother Scorpion doesn't like to wait for people. See you later. Deodara seemed to be greeting Hoshigaki Kisame and Akaiichi, but in fact he looked at Akaiichi with cold eyes. Without the money-loving Kakazu, our missions are becoming more frequent. They also did missions in the past, but not like they do now, where they do missions every other day. Hoshigaki Kisame seemed to feel more comfortable when recalling the days with Kakazu. Our hero is back, and the boy you see is Leon. He is also the owner of the hot pot restaurant in our Konoha village. I used to think he was only good at making money, but now I know that he is also very powerful. When Leon returned to Konoha, he was welcomed by the villagers of Konoha. Many young girls looked at Leon with blushing faces. Welcome home. The heroes of Konoha. Tsunade brought a group of ninjas from the village to welcome back the ninjas who participated in the battle this time. Although they were more of a companion, this did not prevent the villagers of Konoha from warmly welcoming them back, because they also fought for Konoha, to protect them. It usually only takes about 10 minutes to reach the Hokage office from the main gate of Konoha, but this time it took more than an hour to reach the Hokage building. Leon, thanks to you this time. You were originally short of 12 A-level missions, but this time, thanks to you, our Konoha ninjas did not suffer any casualties and even won the final victory. After the joint recommendation of the Jonin and Elite Jonin who participated in this war, I now appoint you as Konoha Jonin. Here is your appointment letter and Jonin vest. Once they reached the Hokage office, Tsunade asked Shizune to hand him what he needed most. The Hokage office. No one will gossip about this, right? Is this against the rules? Leon got the advantage but still acted like a good boy, so he was directly kicked out by Tsunade. The moment he was appointed as a Jonin by Tsunade, Leon was notified of the update. After returning home, Leon went directly into the Happy Farm space. The next moment he knew the new content, level 4 crops, unlocked by having a Jonin position, produces 3 fruits. 1. Chakra fruit, cage level, 10,000 chakras, mature in 3 months, 100,000 taels to buy seeds. 2. Red fruit, shadow level, Restores all health points of shadow level, matures in 3 months, buy seeds for 100,000 taels. 3. Blue fruit, shadow level, restores all shadow level stamina, matures in 3 months, buy seeds for 100,000 taels. 4. Spiritual fruit, shadow level, enhance spiritual power, restore spiritual power, mature in 6 months, purchase seeds for 200,000 taels. 5. Physical fruit, shadow level, strengthen physical strength, strengthen the body, mature in 6 months, purchase seeds for 200,000 taels. Level 4 special crops, unlocked by having a Jonin position. 1. Blood succession net fruit, requires 3 color land, matures in 6 months, purchase seeds for 10 million taels. 2. Special fruit, reincarnation eye, requires 3 color land, mature in 6 months, 10 million taels to buy seeds. 3. Special fruit, reincarnation eye, requires 3 color land, mature in 6 months, 10 million taels to buy seeds. 4. Special fruit, senzu bean, requires tricolor land, 6 months to mature, harvest 10 mature fruits, buy seedlings for 10 million taels, eat senzu bean, as long as you are not dead, you can instantly restore full health. Level 3 special ranch, unlocked by having a Jonin position. 1. Eagle, cage level, mature in 6 months, can carry people and fly plus lightning escape, wind escape, fire escape ninjutsu, ninja beast with cage level strength, buy cub for 1 million ryo. 2. Wolf, cage level, mature in 6 months, has a strong sense of smell plus fire escape, wind escape, water escape ninjutsu, have cage level strength of ninjutsu, buy cubs for 1 million ryo. 3. Tiger, cage level, mature in 6 months, strong and fierce combat power plus wind escape, earth escape, lightning escape ninjutsu, ninja beast with cage level strength, buy cub for 1 million ryo. 4. Brown bear, cage level, mature in 6 months, infinite strength plus earth escape, water escape, wind escape ninjutsu, ninja beast with cage level strength, buy cubs for 1 million taels. 5. Fox, cage level, mature in 6 months, possessing illusion ability plus water escape, lightning escape, earth escape ninjutsu, possessing cage level ninjutsu, buy a cub for 1 million ryo. Advanced fertilizer, 1 bag reduces 1 month of time, 100,000 taels, unlocked by Jonin. High quality feed, 1 bag reduces 1 month of time, 100,000 taels. Jonin unlock, level 4 crops and level 3 special pastures, as well as feed and fertilizers are all upgraded versions of the previous ones. None of this necessarily surprised Leon. What really surprised him was the update of the 4th level special crops. Leon could understand the bloodline net fruit, the Rinnegan fruit, and the Samsara Eye fruit. But this Senzuben, isn't this the good stuff from Dragon Ball Next Door? Leon didn't think much about it and followed the 6 newly appeared 3-colored lands. Plant 2 bloodline net fruit seeds, 2 pieces of Samsara Eye fruit seeds, and 2 pieces of Senzuben seeds. Forget about the circle eye of the Rinnegan. Leon doesn't like it. And the Samsara Eye is no worse than the Rinnegan. Even if it is worse than the Magatama Samsara Eye with the 10 tails, Leon can make up for it with a large amount of Samsara Eye fruit. Even after eating a large amount of the Rinnegan fruit, Leon felt that the Rinnegan would be upgraded like the Magatama Samsara Eye. The Senzubens from the Dragon Ball world appeared this time. Does this mean something? Forget it. Let not think about it anymore. Let ripen one of the Samsara Eye fruits first to see the effect. In this update, advanced feed and advanced fertilizer appeared. Similarly, 1 bag can be used 6 times, but you can only buy 3 bags per day. 3 bags of high-grade fertilizer were poured by Leon on the 2 pieces of Samsara Eye fruit 6 times, watered a piece of Senzuben fruit 6 times. As Leon finished watering, the next moment, 2 Rinnegan fruits and 10 Senzubens floated into Leon's hands. This Senzuben is indeed the Senzuben from the Dragon Ball world next door. This thing is really a good thing. Leon did not look at the Samsara Eye fruit first, but looked at the Senzubins he knew. The 10 Senzubins in his hand were exactly the same as the battles he had seen in the Dragon Ball anime. Let's try the effect of the Samsara Eye fruit first. Put away the Senzubins and continue planting the Samsara Eye fruit seeds and Senzubin seeds. Leon ate one Samsara Eye fruit in one mouthful and finished 2 fruits in less than 10 seconds. Is this the Samsara Eye chakra mode? My eyes are actually golden yellow, and my chakra is also golden yellow. Leon remembered that Satsuki Toner Eye Samsara Eye was green, and the Samsara Eye chakra mode was also green. Leon stood in the cabin in the happy farm space, looking at himself in the mirror and talking to himself. Leon tried it, and the next moment 2 Dao-seeking jades condensed behind him. Is this because I ate 2 Samsara Eye fruits, so I can only condense 2 truth-seeking jades? Leon remembered that the 6 Paths sage could condense 12 truth-seeking jades. Forget it. After I eat 10 Samsara Eye fruits, I can also condense 12 truth-seeking jades. At this moment, Leon could judge the gap between himself and the 6 Paths sage through the truth-seeking jade. Although the number of Dao-seeking jades does not represent absolute combat power, Leon left the happy farm space and quickly came to the river area. Give it a try. Leon activated his Samsaragun chakra mode once again. The eyes that were originally black have now turned golden. Golden chakra also appeared on his body. The next moment Leon floated up from the ground and was able to fly in the sky. Because I have complete control over repulsion and gravity, I can now fly. Leon discovered that these were the only types he knew at the moment. He possessed powerful pupil power, repulsive gravity, and the ability to condense the Dao-seeking jade. He can't even control puppets or summon stone statues. There is currently no relevant information about those cool silver will reincarnation explosions and the terrifyingly lethal gold will reincarnation explosions. He can't even fuse the 7 types of chakra into a bloodline network. My current strength should be classified as a pseudo 6 Paths level. I have not yet become a true 6 Paths level expert. Don't worry, I have plenty of time to continue eating the Samsara Eye fruit and the Bloodline Net fruit. After this batch of Senzubins mature, you can choose to plant the Bloodline Net fruit and continue to plant the Samsara Eye fruit. Leon feels that the Rinnegan has more skills, but compared to the Samsara Eye, its offensive capabilities are still a bit lacking. Leon thinks that it is because he likes the Rinnegan more, so he thinks the Rinnegan is more powerful. But objectively speaking, the Rinnegan is more comprehensive. For the next 4 days, Leon went to train Kazuha and Keiko every day, and of course Sasuke was there too. In 4 days, Leon harvested 12 Rinnegan fruits, 12 Bloodline Net fruits. Now his strength has been greatly improved. When Leon ate 10 pieces of the Samsara Eye fruit, he felt that his life had been radically improved. Fortunately, there was no sign of aging or whitening of skin and hair. This also made Leon feel relieved. If it was just white skin and hair, he could accept it, but he couldn't accept the fact that someone was outstanding. Now Leon can confirm that he has become a true 6 Paths level powerhouse. The moment he became a 6 Paths level warrior, he originally had more than 200 cards of chakra, directly increased to 80,000 calories. Let me try how far your perception can go. From where Leon was standing, his perception spread rapidly in all directions. 10 kilometers, 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers in radius. Finally, it covered the entire Konoha area of 760 kilometers. At this point, Leon found that there was no pressure at all and he could continue to expand outward. But Leon didn't do that, because he knew that there were still living Otsutsuki in the current ninja world. There is also Kaguya Otsutsuki sealed on the moon. Although Otsutsuki Ishiki is now seriously injured and in a sleeping state. But Leon didn't want to alarm him when he wasn't sure he could beat him. Once he becomes familiar with his own fighting abilities, he won't have to worry about Otsutsuki Ishiki. Leon's confidence does not come from the Samsara Eye, but from his time and space abilities. Boom boom boom, come in. Why is it you, kid? What are you doing here? Tsunade looked up and saw that it was Leon who came in, and put down the work in her hands. Hokage-sama, I have something important to tell you. What the matter? When Tsunade heard Leon say that there was something important, she became serious. It like this. The ninja beasts I summoned before are currently 10 Jonins and 10 elite Jonins. You should know these, Hokage-sama. Right as the Hokage, Tsunade naturally knew that Leon had a large number of summoning ninja beasts. Go on, get to the point. Tsunade is very busy every day, so she has the time to listen to Leon slowly and let him get straight to the point. Ahem. It like this. I sense 10 summoned beasts with cage-level strength, and they are willing to join Konoha. But the prerequisite is to help them find a place to live. So I came to see you, Lord Hokage, to see if there is a suitable place for them to live in Konoha. Leon had this plan before the update. Regardless of whether the 4th Ninja World War occurs in the future, Konoha will have a large number of summoning ninja beasts. Then Konoha can easily crush the other 4 ninja villages. In Leon's opinion, Black Zetsu, who has been planning for 1,000 years, will not give up his plan easily. Tell me the truth, can you find more summoned beasts to join Konoha in the future? At first Tsunade didn't care too much, but when she heard that 10 summoned ninja beasts with the strength of Cage were planning to join Konoha, Tsunade couldn't sit still any longer. So she stood up and asked hurriedly. Yes, about every month there are 10 Jonin summoned beasts, 3 months there are 10 elite Jonin, and half a year there are 10 cage-level summoned beasts joining Konoha. Leon's words made Tsunade laugh unrestrainedly. Jinyan was dumbfounded while holding Tun. Okay, very good. We will go to the back mountain now. You go and summon the spirits of those big guys. Every 6 months, there are 10 shadow-level strongmen, which are summoned beasts of the same level as Wanch, Wentai and Slug. She, Orochimaru and Jiraiya all possess powerful strength, and their summoned beasts are equally powerful. It is also of great help to them, especially on the battlefield. Wentai and Manch killed countless ninjas from the enemy villages. The Slug also helped him save countless Konoha ninjas. Half an hour later, 3 people and a ninja pig arrived at the back mountain. What do you think of this place? It can be renovated later. You should first channel the spirits of these big guys over here. This area behind the mountain has water, forests and trees, and also has a complete ecological chain. If there are not enough animals here for these big guys to eat, Konoha will find a way to feed them. After all, these are the future wealth and foundation of Konoha. Ninjutsu? Psychic summoning technique. Bang! As Leon completed the seal, the next moment, 30 big guys appeared. The 20 spiritual beasts in front were obviously smaller in size, and the tallest brown bear was no more than 100 meters tall. The 10 shadow-level summoned beasts at the back stood there, and none of them was less than 100 meters tall. Well, even toads and slugs are 40 or 50 meters tall, so it's normal for these animals to be over 100 meters tall. Meet the master. These ninja beasts are somewhat different from the native ninja beasts in the ninja world. They cannot speak human language until they have the strength of Cage. Even Ying Yi, who was an elite Jonin before, couldn't speak human language. You are welcome. From now on, you will live in Konoha. Except for me and those who have signed the contract, you will obey the orders of the Hokage. Yes, Master. 10 cage-level summoning ninja beasts spoke at the same time. Hokage-sama, the matter of the summoning beast has been resolved. I will go back first. Now that the matter is settled, Leon doesn't want to stay here any longer. He believed that Tsunade would take care of the rest. Mr. Ichi, I got the news from White Zetsu that this is Orochimaru base. Hoshigaki Kisame followed behind Ukaya Ichi. They received a notice from their leader and came to capture Orochimaru. Originally, this task had always been completed by Deidara and Sasori. But this time, the two of them went to the Kingdom of Wind to carry out a mission. Kisame, I need your help this time. The 2 men came outside the base and killed the guards guarding outside. No problem. Leave it to me. Water style, explosive water wave. Hoshigaki Kisame carefully formed hand seals, and the next moment a large amount of water spit out from his mouth. This water is enough to form lakes. A large amount of water poured in from the entrance of the base, obviously trying to flood Orochimaru base. The water-style ninjutsu lasted for about 10 minutes before Hoshigaki Kisame stopped. Now people outside can hear the sound of water rushing into the ground, accompanied by the vibration of underground collapse. Mr. Ichi, how do you think Orochimaru will come out? This kind of water jutsu may kill a Chunin or a Genin, but it can't even hurt a strong man like Orochimaru. At most, they used water to destroy one of Orochimaru bases. Orochimaru has the snake-type summoning ninja beast from the Richi cave. He will most likely summon all the snakes to bring him out. Kaiichi opened the three Magatama Sharingan and stared at the entrance of the base intently. As Kaiichi just finished speaking, boom, not far away, a giant purple snake broke out from the ground. This giant purple snake is none other than Orochimaru summoning ninja beast, Manja. Orochimaru, you have to give me 500 people this time. The huge sound of 10,000 snakes came from the air. Help me defeat them. I can do whatever you say. Orochimaru couldn't help but shrink his eyes when he saw who was coming. In the entire Akatsuki organization, apart from the leader, the person he least wanted to meet was Kaiichi, and the person who came to arrest him now was Kaiichi. Mr. Ichi, your judgment is really accurate. Leave this big snake to me. I will have some fun with it. I will leave Orochimaru to Mr. Ichi. Water release. Great explosive water wave. If the water explosion just now was a water escape technique that could spit out a water technique as big as a lake, now it is the upgraded version. A large amount of water formed a ball, directly wrapping up Manda, Orochimaru and Kabuto Yakushi. The snake, which is nearly 100 meters long, looks very small in this water. Water escape. 5 eating shark. 5 sharks walked towards the 10,000 snakes at a very fast speed. When these sharks swam over, Orochimaru and Kabuto Yakushi swam towards the outside of the water mass. Hoshigaki Kisame did not control the water balls to intercept them. Soon the two left the water mass that trapped them. The 5 sharks were smashed to pieces by the snake tail before they could bite it. Hee. This is quite interesting. Water style, 1,000 sharks. Hoshigaki Kisame carefully formed seals, and the next moment thousands of sharks appeared and swam towards the 10,000 snakes at a high speed. At first, Wanch was still fighting with the sharks, but was soon bitten by a large number of sharks. This forced Wanch to cancel the psychic summoning technique and use reverse psychic summoning to return to Longdai Cave. Long time no see Kaiichi. It not that Orochimaru didn't think about leaving here, but the one who intercepted him was Kaiichi. Orochimaru, the leader wants to see you. Come with us. Kaiichi did not make a move and said indifferently with an expressionless face. Can I refuse? When Orochimaru heard that it was the leader Pain who saw him, his eyes narrowed. You can refuse, and I will still take you to see the chief. Kaiichi stared at Orochimaru coldly with his 3 Magatama Sharingan. This reminded Orochimaru of some unpleasant things. He. Let go. It happens that I haven't met the leader for a few years. You are free now. Leave here. I don't think you two will make things difficult for him, right? Orochimaru didn't know if he could leave alive after meeting the leader of Akatsuki this time, but he was not afraid, because he had many backup plans. As long as he wanted, no one could really kill him. Adult Orochimaru, pharmacist Kabuto did not expect such a situation to occur. Let go under the supervision of Hoshigaki Kisame and Kaiichi. Orochimaru did not play any tricks. Not to mention that his hands are sealed now. Even if they are not, he cannot escape under the supervision of Hoshigaki Kisame and Kaiichi. Adult Orochimaru. Kabuto Yakushi looked at Orochimaru, who was taken away, and turned around to go to other bases. At this moment, a figure stopped him. A day later, under the leadership of Kaiichi and Hoshigaki Kisame, Orochimaru once again came to the original Akatsuki base. Come with me, Pain is waiting for you. As soon as we entered the Akatsuki base, Conan appeared. Haha, I haven't been back for a few years, and nothing here has changed. Orochimaru looked at the buildings around him and didn't pay attention to Conan's sudden appearance. 10 minutes later, the group arrived at a base. Orochimaru, I am giving you a choice now. Return to Akatsuki and I will forgive you for defecting last time. If you refuse, I will kill you myself." As soon as he came in, Tendu went straight to the point without wasting time talking to Orochimaru. Haha. Being alive is better than being dead. Orochimaru looked at Tendu, who had no emotion or expression, and knew that he was not joking with him. If he refuses, the leader will not show any mercy. "I choose to rejoin the Akatsuki organization." When you live under someone's roof, you have to bow your head. Even if he is killed by the heavenly Tao, he will not really die, but who would want to die if he can live? Orochimaru, welcome back. For now, you will be on the mission alone, and I will find you a partner after a while. Orochimaru, you can go down and rest. It's still the house you lived in before. I will let Conan inform you if there is a mission. Hee. Orochimaru left with a relaxed look on his face. He was ready to die, but he didn't expect the leader not to kill him. No wonder Akaiichi didn't fight him. You take 2 days off. The next mission is to invite someone and find a way to get him to join Akatsuki. If he doesn't want to, just kill him. After Orochimaru left, Tendu handed Akaiichi a scroll. Then he took Conan away. Thunderblade, Black Hoe Thunderfang. So at him, the last survivor of the original 7 ninja swordsmen. The 7 ninja swordsmen of that time met Konoha Genin might die during the Third Ninja World War. 4 of them were kicked to death on the spot by this man, and the remaining 3 ran away. One of them was his superior, but he betrayed the village and sold out the village information, so he was killed by him. There is another one, Biwajazo, the owner of the broken sword and beheading sword before he joined the Akatsuki organization. However, during a mission, he was killed by the tailed beast ball of the 4th Mizukage. Are you familiar with this person? After reading the scroll, Akaiichi asked. After all, he was from the same village as Hoshigaki. Same. Leon, I am on a mission today. I haven't done any missions in a while, and I am running out of money. After 2 days of rest again, Tsunade called Leon to her office. On the way, I met Akai, Keiko, and Sasuke. Hokage-sama, what mission are you going to give us? Leon and the other 3 entered the Hokage office and found that in addition to Tsunade and Shizune, Haruno Sakura was also there. To be honest, he almost forgot about this person. It seems that her life trajectory has not changed much. She should become Tsunade's disciple, because Haruno Sakura is different from them. She follows Shizune and learns how to handle documents. If Sakura Haruno, who was not even a Chunin, was not a disciple of Tsunade, she would not be qualified to work in the Hokage office. Leon, Kakashi is not available at this time. I have a task for him. Sakura wants to learn medical ninjutsu from me. And Naruto followed Jiraiya out to train, leaving Sasuke alone in Team 7. Because more and more people are issuing missions in Konoha, and Sarutobi Hayate also happens to have a mission arranged. You are now also a Konoha Jonin. Sasuke will temporarily join Team 6. From now on, you are the leader of Team 6. This time our mission is to escort the Fire Nation Princess to the Lightning Nation to attend the Lightning Nation Princess birthday party. You have seen this mission before, but no one has ever done it. This time, the Fire Nation Daimyo personally named you and asked you to protect the Fire Nation Princess to the Lightning Nation. Tsunade looked at Leon. She knew that Leon didn't like this boring and time-wasting task, but there is no way, because the name Yamashiro Leon has been very famous in the ninja world during this period. The Princess of the Fire Nation is only 15 years old this year, which makes her almost the same age as Leon. Out of curiosity, the Fire Nation Princess asked the daimyo to let Leon take on this mission. Can I refuse such a boring mission, Lord Hokage? Leon didn't want to do this mission. He didn't have the patience to protect the Princess of the Fire Nation. No, you must leave for the Fire Nation capital right now. The princess is waiting for you there. Tsunade put away her smile and said no with a stern face. Okay, leave this task to us. Leon took the scroll and left with Akaya, Keiko, and Sasuke without saying a word. Leon, are we really going to protect the princess? I have never seen Her Royal Highness the Princess in my life. Just after leaving the Hokage building, Matsushita Akaiba said excitedly. TSK, such a boring task. I don't know how long it will take. I might as well spend this time training. Sasuke is not curious at all about that damn fire country princess. Let go. It won't take long. The birthday of the princess of the Kingdom of Lightning is in 5 days. We will be back in 6 at the latest. Leon didn't plan to let the princess do everything. He first sent the princess to the Kingdom of Thunder and attended the birthday party. Leon will take the Fire Nation princess away as soon as possible and return to Konoha after bringing her to the Fire Nation capital. He didn't care whether the princess listened to his arrangements or not, and would enforce them. Let get out of Konoha first. Led by Leon, the 4 left Konoha. Ninjutsu, psychic summoning technique. The next moment, an eagle standing over 100 meters tall appeared. Leon, what is this? Sasuke was the first to react and realized that such a huge ninja hawk must have more than the strength of an elite jonin. Good morning, master. When the eagle appeared, it greeted Leon warmly. Don't look at it, come up. Leon waited for Kazuha and the others to appear on the eagle back, and then let the ninja eagle set off. The ninja hawk stands over 100 meters tall, and has a wingspan of over 500 meters. This is a real behemoth, and its flying speed is ridiculously fast. Leon activated a chakra energy shield to protect him and the other 3. The main reason is that the speed of Ninja Hawk is too fast, and Leon doesn't care if the chakra energy shield is not activated. But Yae, Keiko and Sasuke couldn't even breathe because the wind was too strong. The capital of the Land of Fire is still some distance away from Konoha, and it takes a senior ninja day to arrive there. This is when the Jonin was running at full speed without stopping. It would take Eagle 1 3 hours, but this cage-level Ninja Eagle only took a quarter of an hour. When they arrived outside the Fire Nation capital, Leon asked Ninja Hawk to go back. Bing, the Ninja Hawk disappeared. This is the Fire Nation capital. It's so tall and huge. The 4 of them looked at the tall city walls outside the city and soon entered the capital. The location of Daming Mansion was easy to find. The 4 of them asked a few people at random and soon found Daming Mansion. Stop. What are you doing? As soon as Leon and his 4 companions approached the city of Damingfu, they were stopped by the guards at the gate. We are Konoha ninjas. We have received a mission commission from Her Royal Highness the Princess and have come here to carry out the mission. Leon handed the mission appointment letter to the leading guard. Wait a moment, I will send someone to confirm it. 10 minutes later, Leon and 4 others were brought into Daming Mansion. It is called a mansion, but it looks like a miniature version of a palace. Are you the Yamashiro Leon who captured the 4th Raikage alive and destroyed the 3,000 Kumo ninja army? The Fire Nation princess personally received Leon and his group. It me, princess. Are you ready? If you are, we will set off immediately. Even if we set off early, we still have to wait a few days before we can attend the birthday party of the Princess of the Kingdom of Thunder. But Leon felt a little uncomfortable being here. I am ready. I am just waiting for you to come and escort me to the Land of Thunder. The Fire Nation princess has a large group of people under her command, who take care of her daily life along the way. There are also some samurai guards protecting the princess. And there are also 3 ninjas, 1 elite jonin and 2 chunins. Set off. At the princess' order, a large group of more than 20 people set out from Daming Prefecture. 10 minutes later, the princess and her entourage, sitting in the carriage, left the city gate. Princess, please wait a moment. Just after they walked out of the city gate and had not gone far, Leon stopped the princess and her group. Yamashiro Leon, what do you want? The head of the princess' personal guard asked with a frown. Ninjutsu, psychic summoning technique. The ninja hawk from before was summoned by Leon again. Protect the princess. Leon suddenly summoned a huge ninja eagle, which frightened the guards and made so much that their faces changed. Yamashiro Leon, what are you trying to do this time? The elite jonin who was arranged by the daimyo to protect the princess came over. I want the princess to ride the ninja hawk to the Land of Lightning, so that she doesn't have to suffer the bumpy ride. Princess, please follow me and climb onto the back of the ninja hawk. At this time, the princess of the Fire Nation also got off the carriage and looked at the huge eagle in front of her with an incredible look on her face. Okay, let's ride this giant ninja hawk to the Land of Lightning. This was the first time she had seen such a huge ninja hawk, and she couldn't wait to ride it. Princess, This won't work. It's too unsafe. As the chief personal guard of the altar, he felt that this ninja eagle was unreliable. Okay, step back. You will be riding this ninja hawk today. Leon, take me up there. The princess has a noble status, but she is just an ordinary person with no power. No problem. You guys bring Her Royal Highness the Princess carriage up, and all of you get in as well. With a wave of his hand, a stream of chakra energy enveloped the princess, and she appeared on the back of the ninja hawk along with Leon.